Hola, ¿cómo están, my compañeros? I bring to you the two factions that seem to be coming out every night to these protests.
Peaceful protest, peaceful protest, peaceful protest, peaceful protest, peaceful protest.
It looks like you have men, what they identify nowadays as a person of color, attempting to make relationships with the law enforcement in his community. And just as this comment says, a really fascinating moment right here where you realize the true intentions of a majority of the other people standing around.
All of this, getting cops to kneel and the cops are like cool with us. That's what's going to be on the news and not our message. The message of, oh, only peaceful protest is okay, and oh, we've tried that so many fucking times and it hasn't worked. And I'm not about to watch a cop kneel and say, oh, good for you. I'm not gonna do that anymore. We've tried so many things and they haven't worked. And I'm mad, and I deserve to be. All of this, getting cops to kneel and the cops are...
That shows exactly what they feel about the desire for peaceful protest. And then to go on to the idea of whether or not this is organized. This Unity and Struggle Twitter page gives a number of different tactics, techniques, and procedures for execution of organized protest. The organizational factor is one that is not like the U.S. military. It's almost like the Hodge, where they have cells. They have an ideology. And then they have a group of people that has this ideology in a community, and they know that if they go to another community, all they got to do is find that group of people that share that ideology. Right now, what's currently going on is that all of those smaller groups are coalescing into larger factions, and it's occurring through popular sources, social media, and whatnot. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. They promised revolution. Bernie tried peaceful revolution, and y'all told him to fuck off. Welcome to the revolution. This has over 106,000 retweets, 472,000 likes. And this is how they feel. She seems like she's on something.
All of this, getting cops to kneel and the cops are like cool with us. That's what's going to be on the news and not our message. The message of, oh, only peaceful protest is okay, and oh, we've tried that so many fucking times and it hasn't worked. And I'm not about to watch a cop kneel and say, oh, good for you.
Is she on speed?
I'm not gonna do that anymore. We've tried so many things and they haven't worked.
She's
and I'm
speaking
mad,
so arbitrarily. All they want is violence. All they want is to hurt somebody. I promise you that on election day,
cool with us. That's
here in Portland, Oregon, election day and the weeks to follow election day, there is going to be an uprising and a destruction of property that we have not seen ever. I have not seen ever in my life. I'm almost of the mind that it's a coordinated effort by some of the developers to drop out the prices of property value in downtown Portland. The individual who's actually housing a majority of the homeless folks at that encampment I videoed is actually the owner of City Central Parking, which his name is Mark. There's Mark and Greg Phillips. They actually are facilitating that encampment, and they're developers. And I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to unleash their goons on the city. Property values are going to plummet, and Mark and Greg Phillips and some other developers are going to swoop in and buy up the property. Because it's not going to be like this forever. These useful idiots, these individuals like this woman who is speaking about violence right now, they are the very first ones to go. They are the ones that they desire to sucker punch somebody. They're the most cowardly. They're the ones that come out in a group to see if they can attack somebody else violently, not one-on-one, but the group attack one person and maybe they can get a couple hits. That's what they're anticipating. But the thing about it is that daddies and mamas have not even stepped out the front door. These are all children in the streets, but the daddies and mamas have not even stepped out the front door. The moment that the children need to get put to bed, the daddies and mamas will step out the front door and they'll get swept away.